Let me tell you what Ibrahim Traoré is doing. He has got agricultural projects. Burkina Faso is having a farming boom right now because of this great African leader. He has just made a law that any woman who has a child, her medical bills are completely eliminated. It's free to go to the doctor and have a child in Burkina Faso, in this African country, because mothers and maternal care is so important.
Donald Trump, look at this man. Try to be like him. Don't be like Zelensky. Don't be a worm. Be a president like Ibrahim Traoré.
The forces that are trying to overthrow Ibrahim Traoré are the same forces that keep Americans poor. We want a prosperous America, not one that is so focused on maintaining.
It is now official that the most developing country, the fastest developing country in West Africa, and in fact in Africa, is Burkina Faso. You won't believe what Burkina Faso president has just done in 2 years. Without the so-called election and democracy, without IMF, without loans, Ibrahim Traoré has built the largest hospital, well-equipped hospital. You won't believe the size of that hospital and the professionalism of that hospital. 10,000 kilometers of road, a modern stadium, and so many other things without loans. And this is a very big challenge to African nations who always say that we have to depend on the West, we have to borrow these loans for us to do these developments. Because he has proven that there is a lot of money in Africa if you manage your resources, if you sell them, and if you are the one in charge, not the Western nations. From the time Ibrahim Traoré took Burkina Faso, if you look at Ouagadougou, because the videos are everywhere and they are showing everywhere, you are seeing a lot of development. You won't believe this is just a 2-year job.
Breaking news, the King of Africa, Captain Ibrahim Traoré, the President of Burkina Faso, has announced officially, starting from January, all the people in Burkina Faso, starting from 70 years, will be earning a certain token in each and every month. Let me tell you, this is one of the bold moves ever. I think this is pension payment, whereby I've heard of 3 nations in Africa that gives out these. Namibia usually gives out, South Africa, and Kenya. Kenya has been giving out, but recently they are looting a lot. Maybe they give out 2,000, 1,000 each and every month, or sometimes they don't even give out. But Kenya has been giving out all through. I'm evident on that. Let me tell you, this is one of the bold moves that Captain Ibrahim Traoré has done. I think other presidents should follow suit this, because these elder people should be actually taken care of well, because it gets to a point where a person cannot even be able to look for something, unlike this young generation. You all understand what I'm talking about. That is it. What's your point of view? Do you think Captain Ibrahim Traoré has made one of the bold moves starting from January? Just leave at the comment section. What do you think?
What's up, beautiful and amazing souls? So guys, thank you so much for being here. Thank you. I truly appreciate your presence. And in today's video, I want us to discuss about the things or the clips that we just watched. Guys, if you look at the clip, do you believe that that's what is really happening in Burkina Faso? I don't know why. I don't know why. For me, like, I just trust those videos. I believe, like, Ibrahim Traoré is the guy that is doing all those stuffs. So, my good people, I mean, I don't know even which clip to start from, but can we talk about these protests that was happening in the United States of America? Oh my God. Since Trump came in, America has been in chaos. Even those Africans that are there, I mean, sending money for supporting their families. Since Trump came in, it has really, really gone down. So I don't know, this Trump should just go away or what? Because he messed up with so many things. So many people's lives were also messed up. So these people, if you watched the clip like really well, these protesters are telling Trump, you need to be like Ibrahim Traoré. Because for Ibrahim Traoré, if you go to the hospitals, mothers, women are giving birth for free, affordable health care. If you go to schools, it's free. If you look at the resources there, they are really making good use of it. So for them, they are calling out Trump because, Trump is really frustrating them. So guys, imagine you are in America, you meet with your guy or your woman, you get married, and then Trump comes in and deports one of you. That is literally separating a family that had joined together, come together. And now, sometime back I was watching this video clip of a couple that actually one of them, because the husband had been deported, it was really bitter, like extremely bitter, because he voted for Donald Trump, and the same Donald Trump deported the husband, separating a family that were, I mean, they had even never imagined of separating themselves. I mean, just staying away from each other. And now here is Trump separating them. So these people, as you can see, they really, really appreciate Ibrahim Traoré. I think they even call him an international president, because the guy is truly appreciated worldwide, from Kenya to Zanzibar to Nigeria to Mali to Egypt, South Africa. Ibrahim Traoré is really, really appreciated. So I mean, this guy, Ibrahim Traoré, is a dictator, but most people are like, if this is what dictatorship is bringing, then that is what we want. Because when you look even at the companies that are coming up in Burkina Faso, it's courtesy of Ibrahim Traoré. What makes a country to really develop fast is the fact that they have lower taxes. The lower the taxes, the higher the economy, and also the more the people have money in their pockets, and they're able to provide their daily needs without a lot of straining. So Ibrahim Traoré is appreciated worldwide. I watched that clip of the tomato factory that is being financed by Burkinabes abroad, and also some taxes or revenues from the government. When you look at the mining sites, it's fully owned by the state. If you look at so many things in Burkina Faso, there are also electric vehicles that are being manufactured in Burkina Faso. So most people are like, long live Ibrahim Traoré. This guy, he took power by force, I will say, and that is because he really, really wanted the country to change. Most African countries, they work under, control. They are being controlled to do everything. Like, for you to survive, you love to be under control. But for somebody like Ibrahim Traoré, decided, he was like, no, hell no, me, I'm gonna fight for my people. And do you know that even when it comes to roads in Burkina Faso, I mean, the tarmac one, it has really, really improved since the time of Ibrahim Traoré. The roads were really, really bad, honestly speaking. But currently in Burkina Faso, you can see that everybody is participating in the community service. So I will say, if you give Burkina Faso like the next 10 years, and Ibrahim Traoré remains to be the same Ibrahim Traoré that really wants the best for the citizens of Burkina Faso, then I will say this country it will be like 150 or 200 years ahead of other African countries. Because remember, the Western world, they're like over a century ahead of us when it comes to how things are done, from healthcare, from school, from roads, infrastructure, and everything. So currently, I can tell you that Ibrahim Traoré is somebody that is loved. He's really protected. Look at when this general from Langley, General Langley, talked about, invading this particular country, Burkina Faso, and Africans all over the world, they came out. Remember, even Jamaicans, they came out and they were really protecting this guy, because they were like, okay, you promised us that, you're going to put Libya in a better place, but look at Libya at the moment. It's even worse than how the West found it with Gaddafi. So currently, people already know, like, when you want to kill a dog, you'll start saying about or talking about how the dog is bad, dirty. You start giving it some bad images, and that is how you get to kill it. So that's what happens to Pan-Africanists in Africa. That's what happens to people that want to liberate other people in this world. Once they see that you are liberating other people, then the first thing they do is to start spreading propaganda. Like, for instance, Julius Malema. Also, as an example, when Cyril Ramaphosa went to America and they played the clip of Julius Malema, that was to kind of give him a bad name and all that, so that they can get a chance to finish him, Anyway, thank you so much. Let's now talk about the next clip, which is about the healthcare system in Burkina Faso. Guys, who would have imagined that Burkina Faso would have constructed such a beautiful and big hospital in Burkina Faso? I mean, a modern one, not even like they're constructing something that is shady or kind of shenanigan. Like it's a really top notch, and the infrastructure itself. If you can see the design, the exterior design, we haven't yet been shown the interior design, but oh my God! And the hospital, I think it's the biggest hospital in West Africa, not just Burkina Faso, West Africa. I mean, that's the best thing that a leader can do for his citizens, And we really wish the best for the Burkinabes, because you can imagine if you look at the how developed it is, then by the time before Ibrahim Traoré, Burkina Faso was like number 185 out of 190 or 196, which meant that they were really down economically, and that showed the level of poverty in Burkina Faso. But we thank God, Ibrahim Traoré came out, and he was really bold about fighting for his people. And as you can see, Burkina Faso at the moment, they're having the biggest and the best hospital. So it has not yet started functioning, but I know if it starts functioning then, or if it has started, kindly, yeah, you can let me know in the comment section, so that we continue celebrating and thanking God for such a beautiful and wonderful leader like Ibrahim Traoré. And there is another news that just came up, that Ibrahim Traoré will be paying some stipend, some pension to the old age people in Burkina Faso. I was like, wow. We really thank God for this, because, most of the countries in Africa, we don't have a plan for the retirees or for the old. And that is what probably makes our expectancy rate down, because after you work, then there is no plan for you. Or probably you didn't go to school, you've been depending on farming, and then it has come to a time where your body is tired, you can't do these heavy jobs, and probably you depend on your physical body, like you need to go to the farm to do all this. So most of the time you'll find the old people like really suffering, and the news coming out is that Ibrahim Traoré will start paying the old age group of Burkina Faso, which is really nice. I'll still be following up on the story. And a country like Kenya, it implemented, yes, I agree with the lady that came out, Natasha TV, that is, and talked about the Kenya and supporting the old people. Yeah, I don't know if it still continues. Okay, that I don't know. I'm not really sure, but of late I haven't really heard of these old people, getting some money from the government. They used to get some quite good money that really supported them in a very big way. So I'll also follow up on that to know. So in South Africa, I think they get some pensions for the old people, which is great. Uganda also, but I would say 90% of the African countries, most of them don't really pay. For the West, they started like a long time ago, and they have a plan for the retirees, for the old people, because if you look at the old age group in the West, they really live well. They have a good home. They dress well, meaning that, throughout their work time, the government planned for them. Unless now you are extremely old, that you are not independent, then you can go to, these care homes, nursing homes, something like that. The old people homes, which in Africa there is none, unless this privatized one that really costs a lot of money. So this particular plan, I will say it's the best. At the moment, everybody just wants to go to Burkina Faso, and we've seen a couple of videos from YouTubers visiting Burkina Faso to get to see, like, is this really Burkina Faso? And if you watch their videos, you will see that everywhere in Burkina Faso it's just development, left, right, center. People are developing left, right, center, and that is an awesome thing that is happening, because development means that roads are being developed, hospitals, schools are being improved. And I don't know if you remember, there is a time Ibrahim Traoré said that when it comes to school, our children should be wearing fabrics that are made in Burkina Faso. I mean, That was cool. That was great because it means that you are supporting your own businesses in Burkina Faso, and everyone is gaining, So if we actually start talking about this video that where we see the Burkinabes in community service working together, and in some instances you will see that the police, the army is also coming in to help. I mean, what a wonderful country, what a beautiful country, because that is where togetherness and unity starts. And the people, the Burkinabes, they have seen the importance of their president. I mean, they have seen that he's really there for them, not for anybody else. So we should join hands and support him. And that is why you will see them, coming in, start helping in carrying these stones to construct a particular structure in the roads. You see them like cleaning also. And I don't know if you watched this particular video for the Maya, him showing the Burkinabe youths protecting their own country, like trying to see, like, who is this that has come today? What is he saying to the people? What is his plan? I mean, security. They're also providing security. It's not like there is no security, but they also receive some sabotage in some way, because at the borders we have these, the terrorists that have been planted along the border to make it seem like the country is unstable, insecure. How the West is trying to destabilize the Burkina Faso people. So I don't know if the Nigerians and the rest of the West African countries are watching, because I'm specifically talking of them because I understand that Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger, they pulled out of ECOWAS and they formed their own alliance, AES alliance, that is meant to support their economic activities. It's meant to collaborate when it comes to security. And some people thought, like, when they pull out of ECOWAS, then they are going to really suffer, but they have not suffered in any way. In fact, they're doing better. And if there is something that people normally go wrong about, is the fact that sanctioning a country, they think that by sanctioning a country, then you will be paralyzing them, the economy and everything. South Korea, it has been sanctioned, but it has really never gone down. Russia is the most sanctioned country on earth, but look at them; they're the top especially when it comes to providing security materials and equipment. And now they are really supporting Burkina Faso, like, so much. So thank you so much. If you watched the clip up to this point, I truly appreciate your presence. I love you to the moon and back. Kindly consider subscribing to this amazing channel. All right, bye bye.